Hello everyone, welcome to Laravel. My name is William. In this video, I would like us to look at how to implement dynamic dependent dropdowns in FilamentPHP. So I would like us to have products in this admin panel that I have installed and set up. And what I want us to do is to, when we have the products you require to have categories and subcategories. So before we work on the products, we will also work on how to create the categories and subcategories. And then for you to be able to create a product, you will need to select the category which we populate the subcategories under it. And then you can go ahead and set your product. So that is what we are going to do. You can walk with me and see how we are going to do that. And I've not been able to set up anything such that we can be able to just have the feel of and the flow of everything that I'm going to do. If you are a bit skilled with these things, you can be able to skip up until a portion where I'm talking about whatever it is that you would want to get. So the first thing I want us to do is to create the models. So PHP artisan make model. The first model is the category model. And I want us to have the migrations also. I also want us to have the subcategory model and the migration too. I will also want us to have the product model and its migration. So I think that is good. So we can go to our models and be able to set up relationships. So I would like to begin with the category model. And here a category will have many subcategories. So public function category, subcategories like that, and we can have has many, and then we will return this has many, and we will have subcategory class in that way. I believe we can also have a direct relationship between the product and the category. So here we can have public function products and has many, and below here we can return this has many product class. We will go to the subcategory model, and here we can just have public function product, category, and this one is a belongs to relationship, and here we can have return this belongs to category class like that. And obviously we need to import belongs to and has many whenever we have used it. So whatever it is that we need is to have use eliminate database eloquent relations belongs to. And even in our product model, we also, in our category model, we ensure that we have also imported the eliminate database or eloquent relations has many. So that is good. And also a subcategory, we will have many products. So we can have public function products, and we can have has many, return this has many product class like that. And we can also ensure that we have imported the has many. Lastly, we go to our product, and our product will belong to a category. So we will have public function subcategory, and we will have that a product belongs to a subcategory. Return this belongs to subcategory class that way. And we can also copy the same and just say belongs to product class, because I intend to have a direct relation also for some specific kind of benefit even though we wouldn't be engaging in that in this video. So if our relationships are good and okay, then we can go to our migrations and see if we can be able to set our database migration. So we go to migrations, and we will open the first table, which is the category table. And for the category, we only need the name, string name. You may of course require other things, but I want it simplified. And then for the subcategory, we need the name, and we will also need the foreign ID for the category. So table foreign ID, and here we will have category underscore ID. We can have it constrained in that way. And then we can go to our product. And so for our product, we probably need the name of the product, and we need the price, like that. And then the other thing we need are the category ID and subcategory ID. So we have foreign ID, category ID, constrained, and just want to copy. And here we will have the sub underscore category ID, like that. So basically within our migrations, we have everything set up perfectly. So we can go ahead and do our migrations. PHP artisan migrate. I have a typo, and our migrations have been done successfully. I would like to go ahead and create the resources. So I'm going to do PHP artisan make filament resource, and what we need is a category, and we can say generate, such that I also have a typo, generate, like that. That has been created. I also need another resource, which I'm going to call subcategory. We will also generate. And lastly, we will have the product resource, and then even that we are going to generate. So if I'm to refresh, this is how our dashboard looks like. Of course, there are places where we require to make changes. The categories resource will look like this. If we attempt to create a category, we can be able to just type in the name. Then we have the subcategory, but this one we require to fetch a category ID. So I would like to just create a few categories. So under these categories, I would like to have electronics. I would also like to have clothing, cosmetics. That is okay. So now under the subcategories, we can go ahead and create the forms that you handle that. I know we have been able to generate, but obviously some things are not looking very nice. So we will go to filament, then resources, app filament, and then subcategory resource, and check the tables. And so we have name and category ID, which we have the relationship. I think that one is just okay. Probably we can interchange them. So everything in this table, I think, looks nice. So let me try and create some subcategories. So for the category called electronics, we have televisions, TVs, a subcategory called TV, a subcategory called radio. Under clothing, we can have shirts, the category name as shirts or shirts. We can have the category name as trouser and caps. After that, we can go to the last, which is cosmetics. We can have hair and have body. So those two subcategories. When we go to our products, let me see how our table looks like. And we have everything set up for us, by the way. It is interesting. But now when you look at it, it's as if whenever I change an option here, we still have all the subcategories listed, whether they belong to that category or not. And that is lovely because, as you can see, Filament can be able to do so much for you. You will only end up doing small tweaks to be in a position to sort a few issues here and there. So I want to just sort that problem such that when we select clothing, the only things that will be listed under the subcategories will be those ones under clothing. That is what I intend to do. And so let us go ahead and see. We are going to open the product resource. And then when we check, we have name, price, we have category ID being loaded as a relationship, and the subcategory also being loaded as a relationship. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load them differently. So the category ID can be loaded as a relationship. I have no issue with that. But I can be able to just check when the state is updated such that we set it to null. So here we can say after state updated, and we can have a function, and inside our function we can just set the subcategory ID to null like that. So every time we have a change, we can be able to do that. I'm having an error here because I've not imported the dependency. So the dependency here is set, and we will pass in the variable, and then after that we can be able to import it above. So it says the class is not found, but the class is supposed to be filament forms set like that. After that, I would like now to load the subcategories without relationship, because even the way it is loading them, it's not loading them in the best possible way. So here we can have options and have a function, and then inside our function we can be able to get the value of the category ID. So you pass in here get filament form. So this enables us to get a value from our form. And after that, I would like to return subcategory where category ID underscore ID is given by the value, the current value that is set here. So we can just say get category ID underscore ID. Then after we do that, we just need to plug the name and the ID, just those two values from that subcategory. So basically that is what we have. Obviously, for us to be able to use this one, we need to import it above that model. So we have imported app model subcategory above here. Let me just show you. Yes, app model subcategory. So that one is okay. And we are still having a problem, and it's because of a typo. I will remove it like that. So now let me try and see if it works exactly as we want it to. I refresh. And now I'm only interested in the category. So if I select clothing under subcategory, let us see. There is nothing that is changing. I need to set the category field to be live, such that we can be able to take note of the changes as they happen. So let me refresh again and select category, and then try check if they are. Yes, now you can see the subcategories that are being listed under the clothing selection is shirt, trouser, and caps. So those ones are okay. And if we also check under cosmetics, now we have changed to hair and body lotion. If I change this to electronics and check, now we have TV ready. Even if I have TV selected and I change this to clothing, then you can see even the field is being reset again. So basically, once we have it that way, we can be able to save our product. So if we If we want to save something under electronics, we can be able to pick the value, and we can say TV, maybe the model, we can call it Samsung, and the price 2000, like that, and we can go ahead and create. You can see the product has been created. The only thing that maybe we need to change here is where we have the subcategory ID. We can have a label here that we can just call it subcategory, just like that. So label subcategory. So basically that is how you can be able to work with dynamic dependent forms in FilamentPHP. And you can see once you set your relationships right, and you also set your tables right, you can be able to use the generate command, and it can be able to do so much for you. The only thing that maybe you may find yourself in is a little bit of tweaking to make things work perfectly as they should. Thank you very much for following this video tutorial up until this point. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. And if you have a question, a query, whatever it is that you'd like addressed, you can be able to communicate in the comment section. If you have a compliment, we will appreciate to hear from you. Thank you very much.